Hey guys, so I wanted to show you how to add text to a photo. Since this project we're going to be adding some of your thoughts and ideas, this is a good way to use the text tool. So I'm using the program Photopea. This is what you guys did some of your photo editing in to begin with. I am on a Mac, so if you are using a Chromebook, this may look a little bit different. The page will look the same, but how I open my file may be just a little bit different, but you can always refer back to the previous tutorial to see exactly what I do. So first thing I'm going to do is I am going to open up my photo, and I gotta remember where I put it here. Here we go. So this is the photo that I'm going to be working with. What I loved is that it captured so much of what I've been doing lately. My dog, my just hanging out on the couch, a certain level of laziness, and a little bit of waiting just to see what happens and see where things go. So the words that I am actually going to add to this are waiting, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So what happens on this program is you have all of your tools over here, and then you have your layers over here. So when you have your photo, maybe you've done some of your adjustments to start editing it. You can mess with all of your brightness and colors, sort of like what we were doing before. Now we can start diving into some of these tools. So a great tool to know about first is this crop tool. And what the crop tool does is it lets you maybe cut your photo into a different shape that you may want. So for example, here I can decide maybe I don't want quite that much wall, still want a little bit since that's where my words are going to go, but I can actually decide to cut my photo. Maybe you even want to zoom in really, really close. So that's a great use of this tool. Once you have it positioned how you like, you're going to go ahead and hit confirm, and you'll see it gets rid of that piece that you cut out. So now with the type tool, I'm going to go over here. Here's the type tool, and all of my settings are up top. So here is all of my fonts. You can see a preview of all of your fonts off to the side. This will give you the size of your font and even sort of your placement, sort of like what you have in a Word document. What I like to do with the type tool is I like to create a box. What this does is it means that no matter where I type, it's going to stay within that box. So I'm going to go ahead and type in my word here, and you can see it's really, really small. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull that way up. You can even go in and you can type bigger sizes beyond that amount. So you might find that you're needing a really, really big word, and then you can edit it and mess with your fonts and colors. So I kind of want a font that sort of looks maybe a little bit like sort of a simple font. I'm going to go with something like that. And then you can also mess with the color as well. If you click on this box, this will give you this full range. You can click within it, choose your colors from there. I actually just want a basic white for my letters. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And now when I click away, I can see what it looks like. I'm actually going to choose my Move tool here, which is another great tool for messing with things because then you can kind of move things around. And there we go. That's how to use the type tool in Photopea. You'll notice that it comes up with a layer here. That's your type layer, and then your photo is underneath. Anytime you want to edit that, you can always go back to your type tool. You can highlight your word, change your colors, or you can go back to your Move tool, click on your layer, you can move it around, and you can even change the size of it. If you want to be able to do that, click on this box up top that says Transform Controls, and this will actually give you a full box that you can adjust. So maybe it's not quite big enough, you want it a little bit bigger, and then always confirm those changes once you've made them. So, really, really important, after you have finished your photo for this first round, you are always going to save your photo as a PSD. What this means is that it will keep all of these layers. So if you wanted to go back in and edit the word waiting, maybe you wanted it to say sitting still instead, you could go back in, you'll still have those layers available. If you save your image or export as a JPEG at this point, you won't be able to go back and make those changes. So make sure to save this photo as a PSD just in case we need to get back in there. Hopefully that was helpful. Good luck and happy editing with your type.